We've lost to Fulham. We've lost to Fulham. Cottage Club. Cottage Pie Club. Fulham. They don't even sound threatening. We lost to them at home. And you know what? We deserved it. What a shocking day this is. What a shambles of a day this has been for me. I can't even get the hot water running in this country house home. I can't even say that I enjoyed the travel when you're flying with Ryanair. I can't even eat. I haven't even eaten since I stepped foot in this yard. And now I've watched this team get piped by the plumbers next door. I mean, it's just unfathomable that we could perform like that in the second half, especially when the first half warning signs were there. There's so much to say. Why don't we use our bench? Why is Christopher Nkunku still coming on for Jackson, providing even less of a threat, providing even less of the press? If you want to keep Guy here, you're going to have to use him at some point. Why is Felix not coming on? Why is Gusto getting gassed out on that right-hand side and we can't make any changes? Why aren't we making substitutions in these games when we're clearly dejected, clearly dropping off? We're just still shoveling out the same shit for the rest of the match as the energy levels just plummet lower and lower. Why? Where are the substitutions? That's what is the real head scratcher. Because listen, this was a difficult game. You got Adama Traore, Iwobi carrying the ball, big distances in the first half. I actually thought some players were pretty good. Cole Palmer actually wasn't at his best again today, but he gets his goal. It's a lovely finish. He's received it in behind the defensive line. We were putting some nice passes through there today. Some passes from Tosin, some from others. He finds a yard, he finds a bit of space, he puts it away. It's a great finish. But make no mistake, Fulham had so many chances. Whether it was Bassi, whether it was, Wilson, even before his goal on the volley, whether it was Jimenez on the strike, whether it was Robinson at the back post. The amount of chances they had, 14 shots to 12. I'm looking at the statistics. And we just never seemed to be able to control that game. Wasn't happy with the wide players again. Sancho, Neto. Listen, I could see us in the first half. You got Enzo pressing. The counter pressing from Enzo was very good. I thought Caicedo was good, trying to get the ball back as much as possible. But they're gassing out as the game goes on. There's nobody to come on off the bench. This Andre Santos conversation is going to have to ignite. It's going to have to be sparked. We're going to have to look at bringing this guy back because we don't have any depth. He doesn't trust the backup players outside of Lavia in that midfield. Uncomfortable conversations. People are going to have to look at recalling some loanies. Because if we get one injury in that midfield, what are we going to do? Neto, half blow your house down. But where was the quality? Couple of nice crosses, cool. We don't have a box presence. We don't have aerial threat. I need more. You're running up and down that wing, putting in a lot of graft, a lot of yards in that first half. But I need more than just whip. I need more than just cross. I need you to be able to have a bit more variety in your chance creation. I need a pass. I need a through ball. I need more cutbacks. It cannot just be cross and cross and cross, especially when it is abundantly clear that none of these crosses are getting converted. You had Cucurella diving in. That got saved. You had Colwell offside. But the crosses are not getting converted by the forwards up there. It's defenders that are having to come up in open play to actually stick their head on something and hope that we can score. And even then we still can't. It's all good at being your biggest and best attribute, but we do not have the biggest and best compliment to give it to you. To say, right, your crosses are actually going to go to something credible. There's going to be someone to put it in the back of the net. Sancho, Jinky Majinky again. Not enough. Frustrating. So frustrating because you got to win that game. And this is why people say, on the Chelsea side of life, we're not in the title race. And people thought we were being silly about it. Or we're not ready to jump the gun, or we're scared. You won't hear any of those shouts now. You won't hear anybody asking you those questions now. Because it was already crystal clear that the defending has to improve. It was already crystal clear that up front we're light because we can't bring on Nkunku. He's not a striker. He comes on, he's ghosting again. He's not involved. He doesn't even look comfortable in his own ends. Why is he out there? It doesn't look right. It looks wrong. We've already got issues in midfield now because these guys are gassing out and there's nobody to come on for them. The amount of chances we conceded, amount of opportunities Fulham had, could have been worse. Sanchez just booting the ball away, willy-nilly. Muniz getting onto it, getting his goal, getting his winner. When the goal went in for Fulham, I swear to you, I didn't even have a word to say. I didn't have a word to utter because I wasn't even shocked. It didn't even surprise me in the slightest. I just said, fair. As expected, it was coming. You could feel it deep down in your guts. You could feel the goal coming. You could feel it. It was obvious. It was plain and obvious to everyone that goal was coming for Fulham. They were just going down that left-hand side time and time again, and no substitutions, no changes. Just left it, MARESCA. You just left it. You've got what? Where's the proactive changes? Where's the tweaks? Where's it gone the last 2 games? You're just allowing things to unfold. It's very obvious in front of you what's going on. It's very obvious. Every time Nkunku comes on, he's not giving you anything up front. Why are you still doing the same thing? It was very obvious that Palmer was dropping off in that game as the game went on. Why are you not bringing on Felix for one of those attackers? Why not? If you're going to say that the guy is a ticket seller, like some sort of ticket tout, because he's that interesting to watch, that enjoyable, are you going to bring him on against a low block where we're struggling, where Fulham are really setting up now, quite deep? They did come and trigger a press a couple of times. Marcus Silva's telling them to get further forward. But when are we going to put actions from these words now? When are the words going to turn into action? Because you can't keep saying you trust, but you're not using these guys. You're not using these guys. I'm so glad I didn't get manipulated into saying shit that I didn't mean or didn't feel due to the pressures of external people chatting nonsense, saying, oh, we're in it. We're not in it. So now we can get back to focusing on the bread and butter. We need to be in the top 4. Simple as that. That is what it is. That is where we're at. Even if you look at our points tally and you look at similar points tallies to previous Chelsea teams, they are 3rd or 4th in the table at the end of the season. That is the trajectory we're on. That is the trajectory. It's not a different trajectory. And I said, don't get too arrogant. Don't get too cocky. Don't think that these games are won before they're played, because they're difficult games. These are teams that have taken points off of other teams that are high in the league. Fulham have taken points off Arsenal. They've taken points off Liverpool at Anfield. Everton have taken points off Arsenal. They've taken points off Man City as well today. These are not give-me's. They're not freebies. One game at a time. This is why. Because when you get too excited and you count your chickens before they roost, next thing you know, you got a turkey on the table. It's Christmas instead. Boxing Day. Battered on Boxing Day. Beaten on Boxing Day. It pisses me off because you should be winning these games. You've got to be winning these games. But thank God we've built up some sort of buffer so we can afford not to. Learning curves again with this game. Learning curves again. I actually thought we're managing it. We're just getting by. But that second goal had to come. How many times do I say it? You've got to get that second goal. You have to. And we weren't taking chances. Leno's making saves. We're not finishing our dinner. Palmer had chances, really. He could have got more goals today. Everything was just so frustrating, man. So frustrating. And I'm tired of this bench not impacting games. I'm tired of seeing the same subs. Even though it's probably only been three games in a row I've seen it. I'm already tired of it. I can't be seeing Nkunku coming on for Jackson. I cannot be seeing it. I can't be watching Gusto getting ripped up and not seeing Josh Acheampong. I can't be seeing this transfer window go by in January and some improvements not made in certain positions, or you recall Andre Santos. Because Caicedo and Enzo are this close to gassing out. Enzo is far more physically fit than he was before. Last season, this game would have killed him. Today, he lives to fight another day. He was getting about. He was making tackles. At times, yes, Iwobi's going to go past him. At times, Adama Traore is going to go past our players. It's going to happen. But I thought he competed very well. But the be-all and end-all is these guys shouldn't have to do 90 minutes full with no option on the bench to come on. Who's on the bench today? Where's Dewsbury Hall, bruv? One sub when you've got 5. What? That's all I've got to say. You've made one sub. He was never in control, never comfortable. The game was never over. We've got all these players on the bench, and we've made one sub today. I need someone to ask MARESCA why. I need answers. I need answers to these questions because it's not making sense. Guys, I'm sorry if that wasn't coherent, but I'm just pissed off, to be honest. It's been a shambolic day for me today. Shambolic day today. For me personally, and this has just made it even worse. This has actually just made it even worse. What can you do? That's that. Smash up the like, subscribe. See you guys next time. Fuck me.